What up? It's your boy, Luke for Prez, back again with another video for you guys. Hope everyone is doing great out there. Today, I am going to be offering yet another update in the saga that is the new YouTube channel that I've created to house all of my beats. If you're new to the channel or just new to this series, just to give you a quick breakdown of where we're at and how we got here. A few months ago, I decided to create a brand new YouTube channel from scratch where I would be posting my entire existing beat catalog as well as new beats as I make them every single day to try to just see how fast we could grow the channel, if I could generate sales, if in 2021 it is still possible to create a successful beat selling business with YouTube being your primary revenue driver. I have now posted a new beat every day for 120 days. So we have a decent amount of data to look at and compare to previous months. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna check out the last month's metrics, which would be August 2021, and see what kind of takeaways we can get from the data that we're analyzing. So with all that being said, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel and you're interested in music producer, marketing related materials. So yeah, with all that out of the way, let's check out these analytics that I have pulled up here. So in the month of August 2021, my channel received 7.1K impressions. The impression click-through rate was down 9% to 6.2%. The views were down and the unique viewers were down. Views, we got 634. Unique viewers, we had 328. Compare that to last month. As you can see, the growth has been very flat. In fact, we took a tiny step in the wrong direction, although the numbers are damn near identical. Like if you really look at it, like yes, the views were down, but only by like 30, not even, you know what I mean? Like 27 views. So it's like almost identical, but obviously anything that is not growth is a bit discouraging, of course. That's not obviously not the results that I wanted to see. If you have watched the previous installments, you'll know that every month I've tried to analyze the data and then make adjustments to the posting strategy based on that data, meaning switching up keywords, adding the mood to the beat in addition to just a artist type beat title. Most recently, I decided to add free to the title of all of my beats and actually offer people a free download of the beats that I'm posting to the channel, which was something that is totally unprecedented. I've been super opposed to giving out free beats, at least on my beat store in that context. But August was the first month that I actually implemented that. And as you can see, it didn't make a difference at all, which I thought was really interesting. I pretty much left all of the other keywords the same going from July into August. The main ones that I targeted, you can actually see here if I scroll down, you can see the best performing ones. Pooh Shiesty type beat was the best performing keyword in August, followed by Young Maul type beat, and Stunna Gambino type beat was number 3, Lil Got It type beat number 4, and Club Banger type beat number 5, which only represented 3% of the total traffic. But those are interesting things to keep in mind as well. The Stunna Gambino keyword and Pooh Shiesty keyword were actually ones that I added 2 months ago, I believe. Young Maul and Lil Got It have been around since I started the channel. But those are the main artists that I've been targeting. The reason why I'm targeting these specific artists is, number one, based on research that I've done in vidIQ, I've found that those seem to be worth targeting because they have a good ratio in terms of high search volume and low competition. The second reason why I chose these keywords is because I happen to have a multitude of beats that fit the style of those artists already on hand. And one of the main goals of this channel was to basically like lessen my workload. Instead of having to like come up with a new beat on the spot to adhere to my posting schedule, I wanted to harness the power of my existing catalog. And so I made keyword decisions based on the beats that I had available. Maybe this is a mistake, maybe more so than what the data actually indicated I should be targeting, right? To continue with some more metrics for you to take a look at, let's check out how many free downloads I actually generated with this new strategy. As you can see, in the month of August, I got 11 free downloads. So you see this and say, okay, not great, but not terrible. You got 11 free downloads in the last 30 days, probably from the YouTube channel, right? Well, not so fast, because BeatStars actually provides you with the sources of the downloads. And as you can see, 10 of the 11 downloads came from my Blaze Pro player, meaning most likely those downloads came from another source other than my new YouTube channel, because most of my traffic goes to my custom website where the Blaze Pro player is plugged in, and most of the traffic that gets there comes from either ads or organic traffic or elsewhere, right? My new YouTube channel links to my pro page. So it looks as though only one of those 11 free downloads came from the new YouTube channel. Did the new channel generate any sales? Well, let's look at this tab. So last month, the pro page generated 0 sales. So unless somebody clicked the link to my website, which is also in the description, and then purchased on my custom website, it looks as though we can be reasonably sure that no sales were generated from the channel in the last month. So again, another disappointing set of results, but I'm just basically numb to it by this point, and I'm looking at this from like a completely scientific lens, right? I mean, obviously I want it to succeed, but luckily my business doesn't rely upon traffic and revenue generated from YouTube, because otherwise I'd be in a heap of trouble right now. At this point as well, I have enough data to where I can start making some big picture observations as opposed to just looking at the performance from one month to the next. I would like to share with you now some of the key takeaways that I have come up with based on this experiment up to this point. Number one, I think the biggest and most surprising thing about this channel's performance is that the daily posting doesn't seem to make a difference in terms of the growth of your channel, at least when you're starting from ground zero. Even though basically any super successful YouTube producer who's ever existed will tell you to post as much as possible and that daily posts are absolutely ideal, I now believe that it is not necessary to start a new channel posting 7 days a week. The more important thing to do is to find a keyword or a set of keywords that actually does well. Once you do that and you have a proven keyword that you can rank for or that you're seeing is causing your channel to grow, at that point is when you can start implementing a 7-day-a-week posting schedule. Otherwise, you're just gonna burn through your catalog, or you're going to burn out if you're actually making a new beat every single day to keep up with that insane posting frequency. And neither of those are good, am I right? So what am I going to do with that realization? Well, nothing for the moment. I am going to continue posting every single day because luckily I still have a big enough catalog to support that. However, I'm not gonna trip if I miss a day, or if I decide to take a few days off, or if I decide to pause the whole thing and spend some time doing keyword research, because that's obviously the problem that I'm running into. The keywords that I am targeting are just not providing me with enough traffic. Even though vidIQ has told me that these are worth targeting, Clearly that is not the case, so I must go back to the drawing board when it comes to the keywords. That might mean that I discover a set of keywords that works, but I don't have a huge stockpile of beats like that. And that might mean I'm gonna have to start creating new beats just for this channel in real time as I'm posting them, which again is something that I tried to get away from when I created this. But that leads me to the next big realization and takeaway that I've gotten from doing this channel. You cannot set it and forget it and expect to be successful. I have used Tunes to Tube to schedule out a month's worth of beats at a time in order to lessen my day-to-day workload and not have to give this second channel any mental thought whatsoever. I spend one whole day just scheduling out 30 beats. I get all the metadata dialed. I get all the thumbnails, I make all of them, schedule them out, boom. Then I don't have to think about it for another month and I can just come back and check out the data from there. That obviously doesn't work when you're just starting out. You need to put in additional groundwork to advertise your channel to people who are interested in the type of music that you make. Unless you stumble on a set of magical keywords from the very beginning, you cannot rely on the YouTube algorithm alone to grow your channel. You have to get creative with how you advertise. That is something that I've neglected entirely, primarily on purpose because, again, I wanted to lessen my workload. And number two, I wanted to see if I could crack the algorithm's code and just, be able to do this on autopilot without having to really think about it. So I can focus on getting better as a producer, networking, all the other things that I'm trying to do, make different YouTube videos for this channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole point was to kind of free up more time, but clearly, like, you need to devote some time to marketing the channel initially and manually. I think, if you don't want to spend money on ads right away, you're going to need to send links out to people. You're going to need to blast your email list multiple times. You're going to, need to post on Reddit. You're going to need to, just get creative. Start finding artists and comment on their YouTube videos and try to get some of that reciprocated love back. Just make sure you're not doing that with other producers because that doesn't make any sense, which was a mistake that I made for a while on the original Luke for Prez channel when I was still posting beats to that. So yeah, those are my main takeaways in terms of what I've learned from this 120-day experiment thus far. Now I'm going to talk about my thought process going forward and how I can maybe address some of this stagnation and regression that we're seeing with these metrics. The first thing that I'm going to do is spend a lot of time doing additional keyword research and playing around with the keyword schemes. While I'm figuring that out, I am going to focus in on the best performing keywords from this previous month. Pusha Ice-T type beat, Young Maul type beat, Stunna Gambino type beat, Lil Got It type beat. In the interim, until I come up with a better strategy, I'm going to double and triple down on these particular keywords. That's number one. Because maybe if I post enough of those and I get rid of some of the other lesser performing keywords, maybe the algorithm will reward that consistency. So that's the first thing that I'm gonna try right away. The second adjustment that I'm going to be making is perhaps the most significant that I've done so far. I'm going to attempt to take advantage of YouTube's newest posting option, the YouTube Short. With the explosion of TikTok, you're witnessing the other tech companies attempting to catch up. Instagram has implemented the Instagram Reel, which is basically a TikTok clone. YouTube now has YouTube Shorts. Same exact thing. Similar to TikTok, the organic reach of YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, for the moment, significantly trumps the organic reach of their legacy platforms. Thus, going forward, at least for the next couple weeks, instead of posting the full beat video to YouTube, I am going to be posting 30-second snippets of my beats in the form of YouTube Shorts to hopefully capitalize on the added organic reach potential of that posting option. Will it work? Only time will tell. That's about it in terms of things I plan on changing. I'm still making new beats damn near every day. I still have over 200 beats in the stash ready to deploy on this new channel. And we're gonna see how it goes implementing these shorter form snippets as opposed to the full length videos to hopefully capitalize on this shift that we're experiencing towards shorter form content across all platforms. And if that doesn't work, then next month I'm running ads. That's it. I wanted to try to do this entirely organically, but clearly that's proven to be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. So we going back to my bread and butter, baby. If this doesn't work, I'm going hard with the YouTube ads. I'm going super hard, pulling out all the stops to try to get some growth here. You know, I'm gonna lay the wallet on the table. Boom, credit card out. Bah. You know what I mean? If necessary, whatever, I'll do it. But my spirits are good. I'm undeterred. It is what it is. I suppose I should have expected this because, again, I was really just doing this on autopilot, just devoting essentially like 1 day a month. I'll say 2 days a month. 1 day analyzing the data and determining what changes that I want to make, and then a second day where I actually scheduled out all of those beats to be posted and then just kind of sat back, right? So clearly this needs a little bit more of a hands-on approach, and I can't just set it and forget it, at least at this early stage. So that's about all I got, you know, just an update video. Want to keep you guys informed as to how this experiment is unfolding. Let me know in the comments if there's something that I'm overlooking, if there's some other tactic that I can try that potentially has worked well for you. And let's try to learn and grow together as a community, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, that's it. I'm Luke for Prez. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.